What's up, guys? HOTSHOTFRONTIER back at it again with another video, and in this video, guys, I am proud to showcase my Eldlich deck profile post Bonanza, but really it's Rage of the Abyss with the new zombie support. So without further ado, let's get right into this one. But of course, if you guys are liking these Eldlich deck profiles, which you guys really are, definitely go ahead and make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. And also, final thing too, if you are interested in seeing a White Forest Eldlich build, definitely go ahead and let me know, because we will definitely go ahead and put one on the channel very soon. But starting off with the main monsters for the deck, of course, we are playing 3 of the Golden Boy. As you guys know already, if you have been watching the deck profiles, I prefer to run it at 3, but I know mostly you do run it at 2. But personally, I want to just maximize our copies of Eldlich, you know, of course, the Golden Lord, because again, he's just so important in the deck. And you don't really run too many monsters as well. Next up, we do have 3 copies of our Heavenly Prison. Very important against, you know, decks that want to destroy our back row. This card is great to have in hand. Plus, it's a great body once it hits the field. And personally, it's just great to have in terms of its level as well, being level 10. Great synergy with Eldlich and go into a rank 10 play. So a lot of fun that way. Plus, it'll help you set an important trap card from your deck onto field. For the rest of the Eldlich engine, we are playing 3 copies of Cursed Outland. We're playing 3 copies of Scarlet Sanguine. We're on 3 copies of Honk. And finally, 2 copies of HOTSHOTFRONTIER. So, as you guys know, max copies of Outland is what I prefer to do. Some people prefer 2, but again, it's your preference. And then you always play 3 copies of this. Same thing with Honk, 3 copies. And then with HOTSHOTFRONTIER, personally for me, 2 is the right ratio. If you're playing 1, it's too little, but if 3, it's a little too much, just in my opinion. But of course, let me know down below what you guys would play for your build. Moving on though to the rest of the spells we're actually playing for the deck. So we're actually on 3 copies of Pot of Extravagance. I believe that this is the best pot card to play for the deck. I mean, if you do have like Duality, and you know, it prevents you from special summoning. If you do have other cards like Desires, you're banishing important pieces. So I believe Extravagance is the perfect one. You could play Prosperity if you do want to, but you know, a lot of times you are pushing for game 2, so that's something you do want to note. But again, I prefer Extravagance. That's just my opinion. Then we are on 2 copies of Triple Tactical Talent for more draw power, and then again, take something from our opponent or rip something from their hand. And then finally, the 1 Cold Weather Grave, because of course, this guy is insane, and hey, it's a one-off, you have to play the one-off. But that is it for the spells. Now we are on to the long amount of traps we're playing in the deck. So of course, we're on the most important trap cards in the deck. We are playing Skill Drain, Rivalry Warlords, and of course, Goes and Match. Yes, they're at 1, but hey, you have to play these, okay? These are insane as 1-ups, so don't forget that. Moving on, we are playing max copies of Dogmatic Punishment. You guys already know this card is broken, especially with the amount of cards you can send to grave and get additional effects off. We are playing max copies of Dimensional Barrier, because of course, very broken card. Stop your opponent's strategy for that turn. Kind of broken. We have, of course, Solemn Judgment. It's an Eldlich build. You either play this in the main or the side. I used to play in the side for a while, but again, it's just too strong to not play it in the main. 2 copies of Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon. I said it correctly again. Let's go. And of course, 2 copies of Ice Dragon's Prison with the 1, of course, Angel Statue as a room. So you guys already know 1 card we're playing in the extra deck. But I do like the ratios. I cut these 2 down, of course, to play Triple Tactic Talents in the main deck, of course. And I believe it's worth it. And again, these are very strong at 2-ups as well. So not too bad there. But moving on though, we're going straight into the extra deck, and we made a lot of changes, and I definitely want to get your opinion on it. So here we go. So for the Dogmatic Punishment engine, we are on, of course, 3 Entis with the 1 Garura, 1 Wind Pegasus, and finally 1 Golden Cloud Beast. So of course, guys, as you know, we have removed the Link Monster and Garura to 1 to make space for other cards, but Entis is a very important card for the deck. As you guys already know, max copies can destroy something on field. Draw you a card, go ahead and shuffle something back from the field to the deck, and of course return something from the field to the hand. Very important cards for the engine. But of course, the next card we have here I'm going to show you is a pseudo target. And I say pseudo because it's not the main goal of the card, but hey, you get back into a corner, why not? And that card is, of course, Chaos Angel. If you need to, go ahead and just activate Dogmatic Punishment, send this from the extra deck to the grave, destroy whatever you need to, and just move on with the game. But hey, of course, the better use of this card is if you can make it with the trap cards, and go ahead and summon it, banish something. Great to see. Now, my recommendation, play minimum 2 copies of this in your deck. I have another copy somewhere, I just have to find it. But in the meantime, I want to, of course, showcase this card in the deck. Now, remember, you are playing pot cards like Prosperity or Extravagance like me, so this will easily get lost in the mix. That's why you need more copies in the deck. Very strong card to have. Moving on though, for our rank 10 engine, we are playing Gustav Max and of course his brother here. Now, if you pretty much can make this, just go and detach something and just go for game. Really cool. I've done that many times and it's a great feeling. Or go ahead and just feeling spicy, rank up and attack for battle damage and still win that way. So it's up to you, but again, both important cards to have in the extra deck for sure. Moving on to the Link monsters now. We are on 2 copies of Link Spider. This was at 3, but again, we had to make room for other things. And then for the Link 2s, we are playing the new tech card, of course, the Flying Dutchman. Great card to have. SpongeBob reference, of course. And we are playing Little Knight with the Silhouette Rabbit. Again, all important, but with the new Link 2 post Rage of the Abyss, that's great zombie support. Why? It solved the bestial problem. What's the bestial problem, you might say? Well, you see, Golden Lord, Delight. And if you are versing a bestial player, they're going to target it, easily banish it. It's happened to me so many times at locals. But now with this card, you go ahead and make this, and this will pretty much bring back Golden Lord. Not just the graveyard, but also the banishment zone. It's insane, it's great to see. Plus, an additional effect is, if you have it on field, you can go ahead and destroy something equal to the zombie monster you're targeting's level or less. So it's great to see too, that has an additional effect. And when you activate the effect to bring your Golden Lord back, this will go to the spawn trap card zone. So you make sure you do have a spot open so you can, of course, place this there. But we do play 2 copies of that, and I believe it's the right ratio. Let me know, of course, what you guys think. But this card's insane, and I can't wait to see how it affects Eldlich and other zombie strategies going forward. But guys, that's all I have for you for the extra deck. Let's go ahead and get into the side deck. So the side deck hasn't changed too much, but I'm still going to show you guys what we are playing. We're playing 3 copies of Inspector Border, 3 copies of Lava Golem, 3 copies of Shifter. We're playing 2 copies of Dogwood, 3 copies of Slayer, and finally 1, there can only be 1. So of course, Inspector Border is goated in this deck because going first, like playing Inspector Border, setting it like 4, insane. Lava Golem, of course, is great because you can give your opponent that card and just burn them. Shifter, you have to be careful, but you can easily play Shifter in this deck. And then of course, Dogwood is great because you can, try to test your opponent. They're like, should I just go all out or just kind of stop here? Put that thought in their head. Slayer is great for spot removal. And again, of course, another Floodgate can never hurt. I just didn't want to put in the main. We had a lot of things going on in the main, but of course, it's great to have in the side. And another thing about Shifter, of course, is great if you can go Shifter and then draw like your 5th, or I guess your 5th trap card, set 5, pass. Best feeling as a trap player. But anyway, guys, this is our side deck for our Eldlich deck profile, post Rage of the Abyss, post Bonanza, just with the addition of the Flying Dutchman. Great to see for our deck. But guys, let me know if you do enjoy the deck profiles, of course, and again, definitely let me know if you want to see the White Woods Eldlich deck profile, and I will place it on my channel very soon. But guys, if you did like the video, make sure to give it a huge like, comment down below, of course, any questions you may have, and of course, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you're updated the next time I upload new videos. Alright guys, that's all I have for you for today's video. Again, if you liked it, definitely go ahead and give it a huge like. But guys, I will catch you in the next video. Peace.